Hi, good morning. I'm doing my morning mobility and I just did the hip spin up, and now because I've been having some issues in my knee, I'm going to do a Voodoo band wrap, and I thought you guys might want to see that. So basically my knee, I have a little bit of arthritis in my right knee. Well, both knees, but especially my right knee. And when I work out a lot or run a lot and I don't do any mobility, I can absolutely feel it, or I'm not doing enough mobility, I would say. I really feel it, especially in the outside and in the front of my knee. And one way that really cuts through that quickly and helps me get back to a place where I'm moving pain-free are these things called Voodoo bands. So this Voodoo band is from the Ready State. I am not sponsored by the Ready State, believe me. Check out my cool low rent video situation. But I will say, this is the best brand of Voodoo band to buy. This or the Rogue Fitness one. There are other knockoff ones on Amazon, but these people were the first in the game to do it. And you would think that all rubber strips are created equal, and they are not. The ones on Amazon are that I've bought for my mobility class because I wanted to save a couple bucks here and there. They're slippery and they don't stick to your skin as well, and they don't stick to themselves as well. Like, you need the band to stick to itself and you need it to kind of stick to you. So that's my plug. Don't be cheap. It's only like a couple dollars more, and I think these things are like 13 to 15 bucks depending. Yeah, they're less than 20 bucks to buy a Voodoo band. I like to use for my knee 2. So I have a couple options here. I'll show you. I've got 2 here. That's what I like to do when I'm trying to improve my sliding and gliding surfaces. Now, if I really hurt my knee and I need to just reduce the inflammation and do some blood flow restriction, but obviously never going numb, I do like this larger one for my knee as well. But it can be kind of a bear to work with, although it's very effective. This is also great for my ankle. So there's a big one. This one is more. And then there's small ones. Okay, so we're gonna use 2 small ones. So here's how it's gonna go. I'm gonna wrap my knee right below and right above. There's lots of ways to do this. This is the way I like to do it. So I'm gonna hold it in place. I'm starting right below my kneecap. I'm going for 50% of the stretch being taken out. So if I did 100% and I backed it off to about 50%, you don't have to be super precise. And now I'm going to go 50% overlap. So I'm overlapping the band by 50%. So I'm going to pull it through. As I pull down, I'm going to pull some tension into the band. So around and down. And I'm just trying to get about 6 inches below my knee, and I can go back up. This is not comfortable. So now I have this tail. This is probably the hardest part of the whole operation. I'm gonna tuck it in there. Okay, now I got the second one. I'm gonna go right above my knee. So here we go, going above. Okay, same thing, 50% tension out, 50% overlap with the band. Your skin's gonna do weird stuff. Don't freak out about it, it's fine. Like spilling out the side because you've got a lot of compression. Okay, so same thing, about 6 inches up. And now I'm gonna tuck my tail in. Okay, so first things first. Can I still feel my toes? Yes. Is there any burning sensation? No. If you can't feel your toes and there's burning sensation, you went too tight and you need to back off. So that's big. We don't want you to go numb. We don't want there to be any intense firing pain, and you shouldn't, you should be able to wiggle your toes and still use your body. Okay. So now I've got it in. This is the hard part, and I haven't done this in a while, so probably not going to go so well. So I'm going to try to get some movement into this knee. Sorry about my amazing, well, not sorry. Sorry, not sorry about my amazing video skills. So I'm going to press into my knee, just working on that flexion. It feels like a giant rug burn on my leg. because the band is grabbing all my tissue and twisting it around and improving the sliding and gliding surfaces. The one that I'm particularly concerned about, or that where I feel the most discomfort, is on the side. So I'm hoping that we can improve that. Okay, so that feels pretty good. I'm gonna stand up. I can get some deep flexion here. I can even squat and hold this position for a little bit. Whew, okay. So once I start to feel a lot of tingling, I'm going to unwrap. So I'm still moving, I'm noodling. I can get into all the shapes that I feel restriction in. I really should invest in one of those tripods. Okay. Okay, so I'm starting to feel a little bit of tingling in my toes. So that's my cue. It's time to unwrap. And this is gonna be the cool part that you're gonna see. All right, so I've been doing that for, about a minute. Okay, so doesn't matter which one you start with. Here's my little tab. Pull that. Just gonna unwrap. And what you're gonna see is obviously where the band was is white, and then you're gonna see blood flow come rushing back in. So now here's my top one. Okay. Can you see all that? I don't know if you can on the video, but hopefully you can. Let's see. So, you can see it's turning bright pink where the band was. That's all my blood rushing back in. So the metaphor that Kelly Surratt uses is we're taking the garbage out and bringing the groceries in. And so it's just flushing that whole area. It feels good. It feels like warm. You can definitely feel the blood rush back in. And what I'm gonna do is probably wrap this 2 or 3 more times this morning. If I had a lot of inflammation and my knee was swollen, I might use that big blue one that I showed you and just post up in the evening with my favorite show and try to wrap it like truly 10 to 20 times without the movement. If I had like if it was super swollen, just trying to push blood out and then bring it back in and push it out and bring it back in and really flush all that tissue. They're called Voodoo bands, and the reason they're called Voodoo bands is because it feels like they're magic. They work so well. It is the only thing that has helped the arthritis in my knees, and I love to run, and I'm not going to stop running. I love to squat and do all those things. I'm not going to quit doing that. And so this is a tool that helps me reduce inflammation and keep my joints feeling good. So I hope you like it. Bye.